Yo, what's up? My name is Zoleka Monta and I am your new host for Culture Conversations Season 4. In this new season, we've decided to take it to the streets because I alone do not make the culture. I do not come alone. I come bearing gifts. So when you see me around Braamfontein, just know that I agree on 1,000. Join me. What is the culture? To me, it's expression, it's the cool, it's the power, it's diversity, it's a voice. It's collaboration and the ability to envision something and bring it to life. To build something beyond us and to solve problems. Culture is the future and most importantly, it's the youth. I feel like if we're going to talk about the culture and the youth, I can't be the only voice for the voiceless. So here's the stage, here's the mic, let's talk.
I personally believe that happiness is a choice.
Our political parties in South Africa, how they portray themselves, like to me is totally like negative.
But the real question still stands. Is the youth really happy? Well, find out in this episode of Culture Conversations by Sports Scene with Zoleka Monta. So I'll be chatting to a few young people hanging around Juta Street today and just hearing their opinions on different topics, voting, youth unemployment, load shedding, and more. Let's just go.
My name is Mondi, the queer superhero.
Oh!
Yeah, Mondi, the queer superhero.
You heard that? You know, I've noticed that a lot of young people don't vote or register to vote when it's election time.
Yeah.
What do you think is the cause of that?
I think it's because, young people have not seen the actual tangible work that the government has done. That's why I think it's a very important time right now for young people to stand together and really kind of, support each other and be able to be there for each other because, as you can see, I think, in my opinion, that our government is really not doing enough. So it's very important for young people to be proactive, to be actively involved within the culture, to support each other's businesses, to push each other forward. I think for me that's an important message to look at. That's why you see a lot of young people not going out to vote because there's no support for entrepreneurship, there's no support for unemployment. You need to be able to be supporting young people because they are the future and they are the ones that are going to build this continent and to build this kind of life after oppression that we're currently living in, because what we require, I could say, is economic freedom. So that's why young people are not voting, because they don't have that economic freedom.
Can I say words like government is shitty, man. They can't do things for the youth. You can see young people are doing their own things like digital creating and content. The government is struggling to just provide, so that's why I'm saying young people don't vote. So yeah.
You feel like I'm benefiting.
Yeah.
In my perspective, whatever our political parties in South Africa, how they portray themselves, to me is totally negative. There are certain stuff that goes all around social media, for instance, about NC. They've been trending now and then because of them being engaged in fraud situations whatsoever. So those are the things that didn't give me a motive to believe in our political history.
The government doesn't do anything for you. They don't owe nobody anything. Just stop living life thinking that you're owed something, dog. Make yourself.
As y'all guys heard, one thing I really love is that they spoke on us not getting that thing of being entitled to always receiving. We also need to go out there, create and search for opportunities for ourselves. Guys, I'm still in the streets of Bram and I met this amazing young man who strikes me as someone who is conscious of what's happening in South Africa. Let me allow him to introduce himself.
My name is Mamula Mondloabe. I'm from Limpopo. I study logistics.
What do you think our struggle is as today's youth versus the youth back in the day? And do you think Fees Must Fall is still relevant to today's youth, or there's another issue?
Yeah, Fees Must Fall is still relevant. And the other thing is the problem facing our youth is black consciousness. We're not conscious as black people. We're trying to fit into a system that wasn't made for us. So that's where the struggle is as the youth.
Our struggle is unity, safe to say. Unity. There's a lot of pride and ego in the streets. a lot of people aren't working together to like push more of themselves. So I could probably say that.
Lack of support.
Lack of support from the government.
Not from the government. From other people. Like people, general people. As people, as a group.
Poverty also.
Yeah.
And these goddamn diseases, HIVs and all that crap. It's killing our youth right now.
I don't think much has changed because the trend of being seen back then and today is poverty in the mind. So we first have to win the war against poverty in our minds. It's all in the mind. So if I'm gonna choose that we don't have bread at home and I'm like, this is the end of the world for me, why not start a bakery instead? Why not find out recipes on how to make bread and try selling it locally? Then that way you know I'm the it thing. It's all in the mind. So back then people didn't have, like our parents didn't have much freedom to say, I want to start a business, because clearly women generally essentially were said to be the ones that would stay in the house, that would clean, that would take care of the family. But now today, personally, I do not want to be a housewife because of the stigma of women back in the day. So obviously I have to create my future. I am my future. I don't expect anybody to do it for me. Thank you.
Period.
He goes by the name of
AK Ntwemu.
ukhohlele igama elimportant.
Kobela Ntwempe.
Yeah.
Oh, baby. Okay, Ntwemu for the street, honey.
Sifuna ukugobela.
Okay, Kobela, okay, yeah, Kobela Ntwemu.
Yes. Yes. So Ndana, if you were to be a president, you're already a president.
Yes.
What would you do?
You. I can create jobs.
Yes.
I can multiply. I can try my level best. That's anything. Share the scene, because the scene, they say. Share the bread. I'll tell you. If you see potential, don't sleep on him. Put them on, you know. 100. That's the only way to multiply, to be honest with you. Because I can't multiply anything on a position.
Well, I'd create like creative hubs, like spaces around Bram, like most importantly, because a lot of creatives are here like 900% of the time. And you know, someone might want to shoot something, record something, and you know, they don't have the resources or the capabilities to do that because abana, you know.
That's a hard one, but I'll start by giving the youth all the opportunities. We have a lot of old people who are in government right now who cannot understand our struggles because they're not us. They're not our age. So the first thing I'll do is get people who understand our struggle in government, and then we'll push from there.
If you go to the most unprivileged areas, you see unemployed people. If you go to places like townships and stuff like that, you see people who are unemployed. And it's not because they don't have the skill set, it's because they don't have the opportunity. I think what government needs to do is that support young people by creating opportunities for them, not only via employment, but also via entrepreneurship. Because there are young people out there who have great ideas. They just need the opportunity. And if we can create that for them, we can be able to support them.
I personally believe that happiness is a choice. You have to put your mind into that mindset that I am going to be happy because of these factors, like looking at the positive side of your life. Nobody has negatives everywhere. Judging to what I've seen, the youth is really not happy. There are so many social factors. Number one, the unemployment rate is 75%, and that covers the youth. The youth has like this mindset that happiness for me is going out, and going out requires a lot of money. So if there's unemployment, then we really can't have the fun that we've created in our minds.
Who was the second black president of South Africa, guys?
Second, Thabo Mbeki.
Beautiful, guys. So you guys are gonna spoil yourselves.
Yes, sir.
It's too much when it ends. When it ends, it's too much. We are coming for some drip. Do you know by any chance when was the first elections in South Africa?
Oh my God!
The year, we just won the year.
1994, and I think it's the 27th of April, right? Yes, it was. It was the 27th of April where we voted. You gotta give it to me! You gotta give it to me! Oh my God! I love it. Thank you.
You know your history very well.
Yeah, a bit.
Okay, who was the third black president of South Africa? Third.
1, 2. I have to check up soon.
Alright, well done, Danny. You just won yourself a voucher.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We call it a wrap. Today was amazing. I learned from a lot of young people, creatives, activists, students, you know what, the whole thing, the whole culture, amplifying the voices of youth. If you want to share your thoughts, you can just drop a comment down below. And until next time, we'll see ya.